How much money do you really need to live in London or New York? Not as an influencer in a penthouse, but as a normal person who just wants a small room, a social life that isn't dead, and a bit of money left after bills. Welcome to Broke to Basics, simple money and career tips when you're starting from zero. This video is for educational purposes only, not financial, tax, or career advice. All numbers are rough 2025 style estimates and will change over time, so always double-check current prices before making decisions. To make this simple, imagine one person in their 20s or early 30s, no kids, renting a room in a shared flat or apartment, not living way out in the suburbs. We're aiming for basic but okay, not luxury, not pure survival mode. Let's start in London. Our imaginary Londoner finds a room in a flat share in Zone 2 or 3. It's nothing fancy, but it's safe, and they have their own room. That room costs somewhere around £800 to £1,100 a month. You can pay less by going further out or sharing with more people, but then your commute and stress usually go up. On top of rent, they pay their share of council tax, gas, electricity, and Wi-Fi. Altogether, that often lands around £150 to £200 a month. Then there's getting around the city. A mix of tube, buses, and trains can easily cost £150 to £200 a month if they commute a few days a week and go out at weekends. So before they've eaten anything, they're already spending something like £1,100 to £1,500 a month on rent, bills, and transport. Now add food and basics. If they mostly cook at home, shop at supermarkets like Aldi, Lidl, or Tesco, and don't go wild on takeaways, groceries might come to around £200 to £280 a month. Add a cheap phone plan, toiletries, cleaning supplies, and small random purchases, and you're probably closer to £270 to £400 for food and essentials. Finally, there's life. Streaming subscriptions, coffee, the occasional night out, takeaway, a new shirt when something wears out. Even being careful, that can be £150 to £250. Put it together and you get two versions of London. On true bare minimum, our Londoner might live on around £1,400 to £1,600 a month after tax. Cheaper room, tight food budget, almost no nights out, no real savings. On a basic but not miserable level, they're more likely at around £1,800 to £2,200 per month after tax. For many people, that lines up with a gross salary of around £30,000 to £36,000 a year, depending on tax and student loans. Now jump to New York City. Our New Yorker finds a room in a shared apartment in Brooklyn, Queens, or Upper Manhattan. Again, not luxury, not falling apart. A realistic rent there is often about $1,100 to $1,600 a month. Their share of electricity, gas, and internet might be around $120 to $200. A monthly unlimited Metro card is roughly $140. So just to have a room, lights, Wi-Fi, and the ability to ride the subway, they're already paying around $1,360 to $1,940 a month. Then comes food and basics. Groceries in New York are expensive. Cooking at home as much as possible, they might spend $350 to $450 a month on food. Add a phone bill, toiletries, laundry, and random bits, and that line easily reaches $450 to $550. Now add in a basic social life, a couple of drinks, the odd restaurant meal or takeaway, streaming services, and some clothes. Even watching their spending, that can be $200 to $300 a month. Again, you get two versions. On near survival mode, with a cheaper room, strict food budget, and almost no going out, they might live on around $1,800 to $2,100 a month after tax. On a basic but comfortable level where they can go out sometimes and save a little, they're more in the range of about $2,300 to $2,700 a month after tax. For many people, that matches a gross salary somewhere around $50,000 to $65,000 a year, depending on tax, healthcare, and benefits. So which city is more expensive? At a similar basic but okay lifestyle, London often lands around £1,800 to £2,200 a month after tax, while New York often needs something like $2,300 to $2,700 a month after tax. Both are intense on your wallet. The biggest cost in both places is rent. What changes your number most is where you live, how many people you share with, and how often you eat and drink outside your home. Your real budget might be lower if you're willing to live further out, share with more people, or sacrifice most of your social life. It might be much higher if you want your own place, a central neighborhood, or a more active lifestyle. Use these numbers as a starting point and then look up real rents and prices in the specific areas you're interested in. If you want a deeper breakdown with exact example budgets at different salary levels in either London or New York, tell me in the comments which city you want next. You've been watching Broke to Basics, simple money and career tips when you're starting from zero. If this helped you picture what life actually costs, subscribe for more beginner-friendly videos for the US and UK. This video is for educational purposes only and is not financial, investment, tax, or career advice. Always do your own research and consider speaking with a qualified professional before making big money decisions.